Oh, hey there, it's Laurie Lynnsee, and this is today's Love and Light message from Spirit. Today is Monday, and I know it's Monday because my husband went back to work. I also know it's a holiday. It's President's Day because I'm not going in and volunteering at the library because they're closed. It's a state and national holiday. Um, though more and more, there's certain holidays I don't want to celebrate anymore, and this is one of them. I don't know. It's so hard for me to believe that people can consume what's coming out in these files and just disregard it. I don't know how people can do that. I don't have a clue how people are doing that. And it comes across my feed constantly. It's like every other video has to do with what's going on. It's like, how do you fix your algorithm? I want to see positive, happy things happening to people again. I want to enjoy people's lives and what they have to share with me. And I want people to believe the victims, the survivors. I want people to believe them. And I guess if your life's perfect and you've never been assaulted or you've never had an experience like that, and trust me, my experience was nothing like what these people have been going through. Nothing, not even close. But I didn't report it because I didn't want to go through it. I didn't want to go through it. It's incredibly sad. We know that it happened. And now what's upsetting me is that we're getting reports of all over the world that people are being arrested and people are being investigated. But here in the United States, nothing's happening. Nothing's changing. It's like, at what point are people going to wake up and demand that these people are listened to? And it's not just women that are talking, about experiences they had as children, but it is men. There's a video that plays a little kid screaming, "I'm just a child. I'm just a kid." And I know the end is coming. And Spirit is saying, this is it, Laurie. This is when we told you it was going to get really bad. This is what we were talking about. So I know the end is coming, but God, everything moves so slow in a democracy. These women, their lives, and these men, these people, their lives have been ruined by this. Ruined. And yet that fucking bimbo blonde sat in front of Congress and said, yeah, but the Dow's over 50,000. I don't care about the Dow. I don't care. I care that people in my community feel loved, safe, supported, are fed, are housed. And yet these multi-billionaires are getting off on torture. It's like, they don't even live in our world. It's so upsetting. My t-shirt today is manifesting the revolution. Is it revolution? Yeah. Because it's happening. Whether they want to believe it or not, it's happening. The SAVE Act, that came up last year at some point. And I said, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it's not happening. The Senate is not going to allow it to happen. Welcome change. And this is what we need to do. We need to usher in change. Hence my t-shirt today. It's like Spirit said, wear this t-shirt. Probably because Spirit knew that this card was going to come out. Revel in your renewal. Look at her. Look at this strong woman looking up and allowing the energy to come in through her. And look at these waves of frequency. Look at that. And she's wearing emerald. It's just gorgeous. Okay, let's see what the book has to say. Welcome change. The passage of your soul in this life is not always rosy. There are usually ebbs and flows along the way. We often resist change for fear of facing something new and unfamiliar. Don't be afraid of change, people. My spirit guides have said it's all going to come tumbling down, but you are going to be safe. The collective is going to be safe. It's the people that shouldn't be safe are not going to be safe. We often resist change for fear of facing something new and unfamiliar. Yet the power of creativity comes from being open to new ways of expressing and responding to what happens to us. When change occurs, we rely on our inherent ability to turn into a positive potential in our lives. If some challenge or difficulty takes place on your journey, it could be an opportunity that has come your way to benefit you. Life is a series of lessons, and how you react to them is what defines you. If you only focus on the negative impact, you will lose the powerful potential behind the change. But if you see it as an opportunity, you can delight in what is new and difficult from the old. What is new and different from the old. By trusting your creative power to lead you, you can make every change a new beginning, a new birth into greater possibilities. Remember, the change that seems tragic to the caterpillar is the miracle of renewal to the butterfly. My mom, she would be 83, I believe. And about, 20 years ago, probably 30 years ago, got a tattoo on her ankle of a butterfly because she believed in transformation. I mean, is there a more obvious transformation than a butterfly to a caterpillar? She also was woo-woo. Remember the change that seems, I read that. Every living creature is endowed with a spark within it that can catch the light and flame of a new idea. Dare to risk responding to change in a hopeful way. And trust, love, and anoint you to the power to endure. Cultivate openness and willingness to consider trying something new. Have faith that you can adapt to new ways of dealing with change. Rejoice in every innovative idea, and look forward to experiencing that which has never existed before. I was listening to somebody recently, and they said, if I had all the money in the world and I could do whatever I want, whenever I wanted to do it, why would some people make the choice to be so cruel and torture people and make it so people can't afford housing or food? Like, why would people choose that? Why wouldn't you choose abundance for all? I thought, yeah. It's like you can't be a part of that wealthy community unless you're missing something, like integrity and compassion. I'm not saying that all billionaires are that way. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the ones that we know about that are coming out on these lists. And I just have to say something about that bitch who was on our TV in the 80s and 90s and said all those things to empower women. And I remember arguing with my mother and saying, there's something wrong with that woman. There's something wrong with her. And I've always been that kind of voice that has said things like, oh, I don't trust them. And years later, bing, the person does something that's totally inappropriate. She's one of them. She had a daytime talk show. She brought on people that are also in that file. It's just gross. And stop calling it the name of the guy who did it. And let's start calling it the file of the Tangerine Man. Because his name is in it probably more than the Island Man. It's just sick. And who's running it now? Who's running it now? The mantra, I welcome change in my life and trust my ability to adjust to it. Let's bring in the calmness of the universe. And then really, I hope you're all having a blessed day. We're going to get through this, and it's going to be better on the other side. Love you.